Alright, what is going on everybody? It is Tristan, and today in this video what I got going on for you guys is this is something that I kind of wanted to discuss. I know I've already done a video on this, but I feel like this is kind of the right time to make this one. Kind of again, I guess a part two, kind of discussing again why I would hold the reverse mochas, why I feel like it will benefit you and be a good thing. Of course, I'll drop some reasonable advice if you only have one pair. You know, getting a pair alone is going to be impressive, and obviously something that if you do get a pair, you know, you're blessed. Because these are not an easy cop for retail, and we all know that. But again, we'll just get into it. I hope you guys will enjoy. If you want more content like this, you can check my Instagrams down below. Feel free to subscribe and like for more videos just like this. And we're just gonna kind of hop right into it. I don't want to make this intro too long. So the Jordan 1 Low Reverse Mocha. So what we've had with this release recently, I'm gonna refresh this so we can get kind of more accurate I guess data, because you know it is again closer to the drop day, so you finally are seeing, there you go, that finally appears. So people are starting to buy these a bit more off of StockX, and you could see smaller sizes are the ones that are selling for less, while bigger sizes are the ones selling for more, unless it's something like a 14 or 15, just since there's not a lot of people wearing them. You know, they're not going to be going for a lot right now, which is actually very surprising to see 14s and 15s going for less, considering they're less made sizes, and you know, a little bit harder I guess to hit on, let's be real. But I feel like the reason that they are lower in price right now is just because overall demand, there's not a lot of people with size 14s and 15s. So, hey, comment below if you're a 14 or 15. I know there's not a lot of y'all, but there's a few. So, aside from that, I pray for you because that's a struggle. But again, really just looking into this one right now. If you're looking to buy pairs, I wouldn't do that right now. That's not something I would advise. Honestly, my best piece of advice I can give if you're looking to buy pairs of these would be to wait until kind of like 2-3 weeks after the release. Just give it a little bit of time to settle, let people kind of forget about it a little bit, because that's truly what is going to be the test for this shoe. Because right now, everybody's focusing on these. This is the shoe that people are thinking about when they, you know, wake up and they're like, all right, what shoe am I going to try and go for today? People are thinking about these right now. They're thinking about saving their money for these. They're entering all the raffles they can for these. I mean, that's what I'm doing right now, and I know there's a lot of people on that exact same type of, you know, I guess vibe, if I guess I could say that. I could say that. But yeah, looking at it again, it's kind of just slightly dipping right now. So my personal recommendation, if you want to sell it right now, that's fine. I think if you want to take the $1,400, $1,500 you can get, you know, for a size, there's nothing wrong with that. I totally understand that. I mean, shoot, that's over $1,000 profit on one sneaker. So if you want to take profits right now, I fully encourage it. Feel free. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, shoot, that's a lot of money to set up, you know, for whatever you need in your life, maybe your bills, medical bills, or, you know, other things, you know. If you just want to have some, you know, money to have aside, then yeah, this shoe can pay for, you know, a couple things, which is pretty nice. So aside from that, again, you got around 500 sales on StockX. I mean, I like looking at StockX for data. Would I sell this shoe through StockX? Absolutely not. As I mentioned, with any high-end pair, Travis Scott fragments, reverse mochas, anything like that, I would never sell it through StockX. And just because the risk with selling high-end pairs through StockX is just, it's not good. And of course, I mean, there is human error with authentication, all that. It's really, you know, you can't fully blame them for that, but it just, I wouldn't sell or buy through StockX. That's just me, you know. Only like small, not really high value items would be the ones that I'd be willing to sell through StockX. Ones that I would be like, okay, you know, I probably am gonna get my money and not have the pair disappear somewhere. But kind of giving a prediction of what I think these will drop to and kind of what I think they will rise to. So of course, let's just discuss kind of the rise first, kind of what I think would happen for these. So really looking at what and how these are performing, it's very similar to the Travis Scott fragments. I'll actually show you all that right now. So you can see this was the Travis fragments before their drop. They had that little slight dip, very, very similar to the Mocha one. I'll try and show you all that right now. So you can see pretty similar. The Mocha dip is a little bit more, I guess you could say extreme, but again, this is probably gonna level out a little bit since, you know, there'll be some higher sales, you know, things like that. People will raise the market a little bit once, you know, more pairs kind of come in. Some people will be trying to sell for more, some for less. So you'll see certain sizes drop a lot lower, like probably like 6.5, 7, ones like that just you know, don't have as much demand, maybe have more stock too. So yeah, that's just kind of something I want to compare and show you all. Very, very similar. But you can see that the Travis fragments took about 6 months to rise very, very nicely. So pretty much right after its release, it started hitting, you know, a little slight rise, you know, quick little $100 one, then it dipped another like 30, 50 bucks, and then just started slowly rising over time, a couple $100. And you can see, this is a big, I mean, look, $1,800. So it went all the way from $1,250 all the way to $800. So just kind of taking that into account, this one I personally don't even think looks as good as the reverse mochas. I think the reverse mochas look better, and the main reason why the reverse mochas wouldn't go for as much as the Travis fragments is because they are alleged to have more stock. So just kind of keep that in mind. There's rumored to be around 10 to 15,000 more pairs of mochas. So if they went for less than the fragments, in a few months, again, it would be no surprise to me. Also, the fragments have had more time to rise and kind of draw out in price. People sell off their pairs slowly, so those ones will probably stay above the price of the reverse Mochas for a while, maybe forever. But I think these could definitely touch very close to those prices. So again, when you want to check out the prices right now, you can see it's kind of between that range of, again, you could say it's between 1,000 since you got these at 1080. Which, by the way, who is this? Who decided, I'm gonna sell my pair for 1,000 when market's at 1,500, 1,300? You are not thinking, my G. You're not thinking at all. But really, just being honest here, again, pretty much a range of 1,300 to 1,500 right now. I think once we have pairs starting to land and all that, we'll probably fall into a range of 1,150 to 1,350. Bigger sizes staying above 1,300. I'm talking like 10.5 plus. I think those will be the ones that kind of rock above kind of 1,350, while 10s would probably actually drop a little bit lower, since 10s are usually heavily stocked in this pair in particular. I remember in the fragment lows, there was a lot of 10s. Not a lot, let's be real. If there was a lot, these would be going for a lot less, but you know what I mean, compared to the other pairs that were dropping, or other sizes, you know what I mean. So yeah, aside from that, again, that's just kind of my range, what I think it'll kind of fall to after the drop, kind of that 1,150, 1,350, and then I think that would be probably the proper point to buy them up, 2-3 weeks after. Again, these are all price predictions, so if you really want to be safest, just kind of wait till pairs, again, start to land in hand. That is my best piece of advice I could have. Wait till pairs land in hand, and really try and find a buyer that is somebody that doesn't hit as often. And I know that probably sounds wild to say, something y'all are probably like, hey, that's me too sometimes, trust me. But I guess kind of what I mean by that is somebody that would be a lot more willing to negotiate, you know what I mean? Because they would probably want to take the profits. Like, the average person is gonna, buy a shoe for 150, right? And then if they end up, getting it, and then they're able to sell it for, 1,175, 1,100 immediately, they'll probably take it because they're like, dang, I can make $1,000 just like that. That's all I'm saying. So, piece of advice I have. But yeah, stay tuned. July 21st, 10 a.m. If you guys get this for retail, I'm hoping I can hit this one for retail. I'm praying that my account that hit on Travis Fragments, if I go and use that same account, I'm hoping, I gotta fix my accounts today, but I'm hoping if I, get everything sorted and do that, and I'll be able to hit on a pair of Travis Fragments. I'm gonna need to get some proxies, so that's something I gotta do today. I got a lot, to do today. I got, dinner with my uncle and my cousin. I got, there's a lot. I don't know why I'm telling y'all my life, but there's a lot going on. So I just kind of what I recommend. Wait 2-3 weeks to buy these up. Be a little bit patient. If you don't want to buy them up, if you just have one pair and you're like, okay, I'm going to take my quick $1,000, $1,200 in profit, I fully encourage that, because if you don't just want to have that sitting, even though these probably will never dip below $1,000, the market of these is not going to tank. It's a Travis Scott low, gonna stay above, and it's probably one of the better colorways, better than the Fragments in my opinion. And my camera's about to die. I'm gonna restart this real quick. But yeah, I'm not gonna use the screen recording for this little last section I have to explain. Just kind of think about the sneaker hold like this. Would you rather hold this sneaker, right? If you get it for retail, whatever your plan is, if you get it for retail, would you rather just hold this, kind of wait a year, pretty much just have it sitting in your closet, do nothing, and make a couple $100s that way, maybe even more? Fragments have risen $500 plus, and it hasn't even come up on the year mark for them. It's pretty close to that, though. They dropped it right at the start of August, I think on like the 7th last year, something like that. So we're coming up on the year mark for the Fragments, but just think about it like that. Have it sitting in your closet, make a few hundred, maybe 500 plus, or take the money, take the profits, and then use that $1,000 to then continue buying resale flips and things like that, where you could potentially make more than 500, in that, again, short span of time. I think that's very possible. So just think about it like that. Either, keep it sitting and holding, just you don't really have to do anything. It's kind of easy to think about it like that, or sell it and then use that money that you made from profits to continue building. So just think about it. I'm gonna stop saying just think about it. Just that's how I would approach this whole best way, in my opinion. But if you want more content like this, feel free to subscribe and like down below. Check my Instagrams, any of that down below. I appreciate you guys. I gotta get to work on this early since I got a busy day later today. I've already told y'all that. And your boy's in a good mood, man. 5 days, man. 5 days. It's a countdown, man. 5 days until I'm off this program stuff, man. It's just, Charleston down here bothering me, man. And, it's just, I don't gotta get into all the details, but just know in 5 days your boy's finally free off all that government BS. It's annoying as anything, but that's all I gotta say. And I've been in a good mood because of that, because I've been looking forward to those days, and it puts a smile on my face, because it's just like they need to leave me alone. That's all I need to say. So I'm Tristan. Much love to everybody, and I also finally get to go back home and see my family. So there's a lot of benefits, So that's everything. I'm Tristan. Thank y'all for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Check me out down below. Peace.
sticks made a fucking hit.